Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I make my famous watermelon bread. Every time I tell people I'm making this though, they look at me with confusion, but once they smell the sweet tropical scent baking up in the oven, they forever prefer it over any typical strawberry or lemon loaf. To start this recipe, you'll need a nice juicy watermelon, slice it up, and cut up 1.5 cups of watermelon cubes. I'm gonna be blending it up and using the juice for this recipe. One very important note here is that you must taste the watermelon to make sure it's nice and ripe and sweet. If it doesn't have much sweetness to it, you'll need to simmer this juice on the stovetop till it reduces and becomes more concentrated. Put it to the side and add to your mixing bowl 1 stick of softened butter. I'm gonna cream this together with 1 cup of sugar, and if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I post weekly. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. I'm going ahead and adding 2 eggs, continue mixing them in until they're fully incorporated. And now for the fun part, add that 1 cup of watermelon puree. If you ended up cooking the juice down to reduce it into the concentrate, make sure that it's fully cooled before pouring it in. Some food coloring was added to give this bread the true watermelon red color. And after it's mixed nicely, go ahead and add the last 2 dry ingredients, the flour and the baking powder. Be careful not to overmix this batter so that the bread stays moist and fluffy. And this last part is completely optional to give this bread a cute watermelon look. I'm adding a bit of chocolate chips mixed with some flour so they won't all sink to the bottom. This is gonna act like the seeds of the watermelon. Feel free to also use raisins as well. Pour the batter into a loaf or cake pan that's been well greased and floured. You're gonna bake this for 50 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Once you stick your toothpick or knife inside and it comes out clean, you know your loaf is ready. Remove it from the pan and allow it to cool. Sometimes I like adding a dusting of powdered sugar. And I almost forgot to mention to you guys, I've also made this bread using honeydew and even pineapple. Just make sure whichever fruit you're using is nice and sweet, or to boost the flavor. If it's not, use some extracts or flavorings. As you may have seen, this bread is extremely moist and is just screaming for a cup of coffee to accompany it. Wrap any leftover bread you may have tightly with some plastic wrap and store it in the refrigerator for 1 to 2 days. If you guys enjoyed this recipe, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and stay tuned for more quick and easy recipes, all of them always with a unique twist.